Hey everybody, I'm here to talk about eating bugs, and if that's not enough to get your attention, I'm not quite sure what is. Okay, so I just want you to quickly think to yourself about the common food items that you may consume on an average day. Maybe you've eaten a bag of potato chips or some leafy greens, or maybe a granola bar to get you started in the morning. Well, according to the FDA, it's completely fine to eat bugs in almost all of these food items. An article by Scientific American recently released details on exactly how many insects we unknowingly eat in common foods. For instance, fig paste can harbor up to 13 insect heads in 100 grams. Canned fruit juices can contain a maggot for every 250 milliliters, and 10 grams of hops can be home to 2,500 aphids. So, yep, you've basically already included insects into your diet without even knowing it. There are many reasons why consciously incorporating insects in daily eating habits can be a source for lasting benefits. As many of you, I'm sure, are aware, cows and livestock are a significant issue for emissions that contribute to global warming. The energy put into these animals in comparison to the gain associated with their yield is strikingly out of proportion. According to a statistic, over 1/3 of the world's corn and 70% of freshwater resources are used in bringing up livestock. That is sacrificing many of our natural resources to raise animals in pretty much terrible living conditions on an industrialized level. I am about to show you some pretty graphic pictures, so if you are ever sensitive to that type of thing, please tune out for this part. You can see how inhumane the treatment of these animals can become. It seems as if we've lost sight of the fact that our meat products start as living creatures with the capability of feeling thoughts and complex emotion. It's clear that something about this system needs to change. There's not enough space, resources, or care to support meat farming on a large scale, and therefore we can find a different alternative in bugs. Bugs can be used to create meat products with nearly the same amount of protein and produce less emissions and also have less upkeep. It is my held belief that everything begins with small individual action. One person that inspires others to take part and mobilize. Because you can control your diet, why not take steps towards the inclusion of more sustainable practices and eliminate emissions and mistreatment of animals while you're at it? You may think that eating bugs, especially in America, is a far-out idea, but big stores are already taking steps to be more environmentally conscious. IKEA, for instance, is planning to make their famous meatballs mealworm based. Taking into consideration the benefits you now know about bugs, their new proposal seems like a pretty great plan. You can help start this trend of eliminating animal cruelty, reducing emissions, and incorporating bugs. What you say does matter, and what you do does have a force in the spur of positive change. Imagine the possibilities that could ensue if everyone believed in their voice as a tool to influence the world in another direction. The fact of the matter is, our behavior should change. If people start taking action now, maybe including insects into their diets, the possibility for positive action could increase tremendously. We could be looking at a new world where meat doesn't have to be a staple on American tables, where individuals are open to the idea of some delicious bug kebabs replacing their old dishes. And on that note, I have brought with me some recipes, and I want to say at this point I would have some recipes in my hands to hand out to people, and specific instructions steps that you can take to eat a couple more grubs every once in a while. Instead of including meat in your diet as a main source of protein, include some insects. You can start small by purchasing some cricket flour, so you don't have to look at little bug faces while you're eating, while you're going in for a bite. Or you can just go for the whole thing at once. What matters is that you stay open to the idea and give it a shot before jumping to conclusions. Don't think about the ways that bugs are gross just because they're unusual. Think about eating bugs as a gateway for a better tomorrow. To us, they may look unappetizing. However, if we make an effort now to adjust these cultural norms, we could reap the benefits of a diet that supports our bodies in addition to the earth. Thank you.